Hey everyone, welcome back to Cuz Let's Talk About It with TNT. Hey, tick tick boom, baby. All right, what's going on, Tiffany?
Yes, as always, I definitely miss you. we are now, as we were saying, we're done with school. Everything's wrapped up. I had moved into my new area, or at least my new apartment. So now it's time to figure out how we're going to fix the sound. So, like I said, and like I promised, by next episode, we're going to have this sound and echo together, but I know how to fix it. So sis, what's going on with you?
Um, Making sure I always remember that wealth is truly health. So I've been going to a lot of doctor's appointments, just checking on everything. So yeah, that's what I've been on. Wealth is health.
Definitely. That is
Yeah.
beautiful. And that's funny that you said that because I was doing some of the same things as well. So, yes, I love that you take care of yourself because we need to make sure that we're all healthy.
You, my sister, we
Yeah,
always in
so
sync some type of way.
exactly. Always, always. So, we have an awesome show for you guys. We are going to start off with actually something a little shaky, something that we can definitely talk about. It's gonna be an agree or disagree, y'all. All right, sis. So,
Okay.
I know that you watched the Kevin Hart roast, right? I was a little late getting to it. I saw a lot of people kind of, talking, and I'm like, I know a lot of people are really sensitive right now. So I didn't really, and I know that people like to kind of sew narratives together kind of to fit an image. And so I didn't want to prejudge anything, right? So now I've watched it. And am I correct that you watched it? Okay. So this is my agree or disagree. So, because of all of the guests, I don't even want to say because of the guests, there were jokes that were said on this stage that have people outraged and have people looking at Kevin Hart differently or even a way worse of a light that they already saw. There was a lot of racist jokes. Um, I want to ask you the question, but before I just want to give everybody, just in case they know who exactly was on the panel, so that they can kind of try to imagine, um, kind of imagine exactly, what kind of jokes were being said. And then we're going to talk about the joke that was actually said that is in question and if Kevin Hart deserves the flack for letting it slide. Okay? So, the actual main characters, I should say, or main speakers, you have the host, Shane Gillis. We have Pete Davidson. We have Chelsea Handler, Draymond Green, basketball player, Tony Hinchcliffe, which he'll come into question later, Regina Hall, Cheryl Underwood, Jeff Ross, Big J Okerson, and Naeem Lynn. And then you had some special appearances: Tom Brady, Usher, Lizzo, Venus Williams, Serena Williams, Tiana Taylor. Believe it or not, Kevin Williams. I said Kevin Williams. What am I talking about? Cat Williams. Please forgive me. Cat Williams showed up. And then of course The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. So these are all the people that came. So there was a joke made by, and I gotta look at his name again because I really don't even want to remember it, but Tony Hinchcliffe, right? This gentleman who apparently is known for just outrageous jokes, you know what I mean? And he made a joke about George Floyd, saying that he basically is looking up from us. I mean, up at us, basically insinuating that he was in hell, and then just overall making a joke about him not being able to breathe, one so close to those actual events. Um, so what say you? They say that Kevin Hart, does he deserve the flack that he is getting online because of his willingness to go along and have these jokes approved and, and letting it slide in front of national, if not international TV.
Well,
How do you
okay.
feel, sis?
Let's talk a couple things first, just to be fair. I do believe it was a live event. All the jokes were unbeknownst to him. I don't think he cleared anybody's material as far as what they were going to say. He did not have all his besties there, if you will. You alluded to Cat Williams being in attendance, which they are known for staying into it. But they were also able to make amends at the ceremony, which I thought was probably the dopest thing that occurred there. But now let's get to the drama, right? So, I absolutely agree that he should be catching the slack that he's getting, and I'll tell you why. Once you make it into a certain position, just being a person of culture and just clock it, being an African American, a black person, you need to stand with your people in certain situations. I don't care what's going on. I don't care about the venue, right? Because when you get somebody saying something so egregious, because I don't even think his intent was to be funny. I think it was to do what it did. That shock value. You got so many people that is their motive nowadays, and I don't know if you want to blame it on people wanting to go viral or I don't know what it is, but sometimes people just say stuff for shock value, and I think this was a case of that, and he got the flack that he should have gotten, and I think Kevin he could have did more in that moment, even if it was just like, hey, slow down, not too much. Or, you could have did it in a cool way. You're a freaking comedian, for God's sake. But you still should have showed your people exactly where you stood in moments like that. I'm sorry, you should have did more. So, yeah, roast his ass. Literally.
Yeah. I would
So you
say,
finished.
this isn't too. You agreed. You hit a lot of points that I would have also said. I also think that but what I do disagree, I feel like he did know about these jokes because I don't think that he was surprised because a lot of the other people knew about the jokes that were coming as well. I do think that because I think Shane Gillis at one point, even though he went out of his way to just make sure, that's why I think out of the whole show, if anything, he was the one that probably kind of held it together for everybody because he was like, I don't know about this, but he was like, Netflix is paying me, and they also all kind of made this, overtly, extra effort to make sure they said, we just saying this for the money. We just saying this for the money. We just saying this for the money, but y'all say it. You know what I mean? And also this, whatever his name is, all his material is hate, right? So by Netflix even having, like, what would they even do? And then for you to be a businessman and be so smart, Kevin Hart, you see the setup that they are created for you on the stage. Why did you agree to do this? And their answer was during that roast, they kept saying he don't say no. And, to the detriment of everyone.
It's a sellout. See, I was trying not to even go ahead and say all that. Now you done kept talking and made me unleash. He is. He is. He never stand up for us. He never say nothing in real time. He doesn't. Check the facts. Like, this is what he does. If he's not with the shenanigans, he is silent. And that's the same thing in my opinion. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
like
not a fan.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm no longer a fan. Like, I was already teetering because he was, all the damn time. So,
Yep.
but
That's what it is. Stop then.
But when he was like,
yeah.
And then you got what is it, The Rock. The Rock was all, talking all that crap about his wife. And he was like, hey. But why you didn't do that during none of the other stuff? No, Nico, whatever your name is. Not saying, but you're not, that's one person getting their feelings hurt. What about everybody that, you're allowing these people? And then the black jokes. I'm like, Cheryl Underwood
He should have been offended, right?
She was getting them. Woo!
And she got her nerve.
She got up and lit him up.
Have her another day.
But
Cause she
anyway,
another one
sis,
I feel. We're gonna make that a whole segment one day. And we're gonna
there you
call
go.
that one as the
There you go.
coon's turn.
Please.
I'm sorry, there's a few of them
Go,
that be like,
sis. You got this.
doggone well, you should have been standing with your folks. I don't care.
And
Let's
that's
move on.
it. And
Because
that's
I'm about to go down the rabbit hole. We're going to get us in trouble. All right. We're going to move on.
all right,
Segment
sis. What
two.
you got for us?
Yes, segment two, sis. Now, why would you say that? Why would you say that? So, today I want to talk about, so let's just start from the beginning. MVT, which stands for Most Valuable Productions. They banned Clarissa Shields after she gets into an altercation with Alicia Baumgartner. This dispute came at the Ronda Rousey fight that aired on Netflix this past, this weekend. And yeah, she slapped the dog. You know what, out the girl. They were up in each other's faces, some talking about some personal things. I've seen a lot of clips. It sounds like the move was her saying something about Papoose, because the clip that I keep seeing everybody replay is her saying that worry about who you with, which alludes to the fact that she must have been commenting on who Clarissa Shields is with, right? So that was the move. Clarissa. We all know Clarissa is my nan. So she should have kind of seen that one coming. Now she all looking like not today. So.
Right.
She gave a good one, girl. You heard that slap. Let me tell you, you heard it.
Lord.
You heard
Lord.
it. It sounded like surround sound.
I wouldn't
Gave
even
it
want
to
to be a witness to it. I wouldn't want to tell on nobody that got slapped by Clarissa Shields. Like, no, I did
But
not see.
but here's what I want to know. Why would you say that? I want to know why they would ban her. Let's not act like these types of altercations and interactions don't occur at these events. It is not the first one. That's one of the things that raised the red flag for me. And also, I went back and I looked, and MVP wanted to sign Clarissa Shields, and she declined, right? So I just think it's a lot of little backstory going on with as to why they went on ahead and banned her. When again, I say these types of things do occur at these kinds of events. So this is like, oh my God, we're so outraged and we don't condone this, which is everything that was in the press release, right? Oh, this is a professionalism and blah, blah, blah. They gave a whole spiel on it. But I absolutely feel like it's some backstory there, and that's why they banned her. They had beef with her already. They wasn't feeling her. They were angry that she didn't sign with them, and they used this as an excuse. So yeah, this is definitely. Now, why would you say that? What's your real motive? What you think, sis?
Exactly. That's kind of crazy until you threw that last little bit in there. I was like, because it didn't really connect too much for me, but I can definitely see that, because in any other situation, whether it was vice versa or whether it was man, woman, a different sport, I do believe that it would have been, that was unprofessional, fine at the most. You know what I mean? It would have been something to that nature, but I would not have seen. I would not have seen. I don't think. So. I think being banned, is
Yeah,
a bit
she's banned
much.
indefinitely.
Like you said, it's
indefinitely.
that's
This
crazy.
is not like, oh, you can't come to the next two functions. You got to miss the family reunion. No, you can't come here ever, no, never. So yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
that's
yeah.
extra indefinite.
Overkill, I feel.
Yeah, and I think and there's no anything. I feel like anything that I would say, it seems like it's just a broken record. You get a strong black woman who's whooping shit. Now you're banning her from somewhere so that everybody else can compete still. And that's what I think. And they were looking for
right. A lot of people don't like her.
Right.
A lot of people don't like her, sis. A lot of people don't like her, and I think it's for all the reasons that you just mentioned. She out here whooping ass and taking names, and she not apologetic about it. you know. But like most fighters, like you have to be confident. Like it's certain professions, no, all of them. You should be confident in whatever you was doing. I was just gonna say it's just because you're fighting and you gotta go in there knowing you can win, right? You don't get in nothing and not believe that it's possible, right? Otherwise, what you in there for? But
Exactly.
I just think they just don't like her and they was looking for a reason. It's just what it gives.
Yeah. Like I look
Mhm.
at all of those other professional. I'm thinking like the Olympics when I was younger. When I think about all of the gymnasts who were doing some type of crazy power move, and because couldn't nobody else do it, they say if you do it again, you ban. Like, how does that even make sense? Like everybody needs to step their game up, not because you have ice skaters that's happened to, all different types of things, and I feel like it's always that form. That formula. Let's get her up
Nobody
out of here
wanted
so
the
everybody else
ice
can
cream.
compete.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's not get on our high horse too high because what are you selling? You selling violence anyway. Let's keep it funky. This is the
Mm-hmm.
MMA fighters and the boxers. Like these are adversarial sports. So you don't expect them to have some. Y'all was loving it at first when they was just sitting up there arguing and sitting there berating each other. That was cool, right? It's great. Two black women tearing each other down in public. That's always a show, right? But then, and I bet you, by the chip, had she clocked Clarissa first, it would have been a different narrative written. Because y'all want to see this girl being taken down, anyway. She has not lost. She's undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So had it been the other way around, I don't think she would have been met, Alicia Baumgartner I'm talking about right now. I don't think she would have been met with the same consequences that Clarissa Shields was. They want this girl off her pedestal and they doing everything they can to get her there. So
I agree with that.
so
Man,
whew.
that's a nice little hot topic.
What you got? What you got?
Moving on. So we
We gotta
so
talk to
we
the doctor. So how you doing?
man, you so silly. So we have Hoodtail from Work signed anonymous. But this time we got Miss Veronica. We're gonna look at Miss Veronica, react to Miss Veronica's situation, and see how it goes from there. Every time I set it up, I get so excited about to set up her video that I forget that I should be in the
We
process.
love Veronica. That's our home girl.
Really. Let us see, Miss V. All right. So I'm going to. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna. You want it? You can see it, Tess.
Yep, I'm good.
Team, I just quickly want to reiterate, cell phones are not permitted to be out at your desk. Okay, let me say that again. Cell phones are not permitted to be out at your desk. We deal with a lot of sensitive information. We don't want to compromise a client's account. So cell phones are not permitted at your desk. It's in the guidelines. We explained it to you when you were hired and you agreed to it. So I've been seeing cell phones out. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay. Veronica, can I see you before you leave the meeting? Thank you. Thank you for staying behind, Veronica. I just need to talk to you about something. We've tried to contact you a couple times at home about some time sensitive matters, and it looks like you're not responding. You never respond when we try to communicate with you. I've tried email, texting, I've even tried calling a few times, and it's just impossible to get a hold of you. Can you shed some light on why? No problem. Yeah, I'm happy to shed some light on it. I'm providing my family the same courtesy that I'm providing you while I'm here at work. So when I'm at work, as you just mentioned in the meeting, I'm not allowed to have my phone. I'm not allowed to check in on my family and make sure that they're okay, which I understand. We do deal with sensitive information. So when I'm at home with them, I'm not doing anything that's work related. My contract, as you mentioned, says 9 to 5. So after 5, I'm unavailable. Did you want to see the contract? No, I don't need you to show me your contract. How do we fix this? Because we need to be able to contact you. There's always a solution. So you can provide me a company cell phone and pay me from 5 to midnight I don't assume that you're going to have to contact me after midnight. And I will be more than happy to be available, but I will need my same salary from 5 to midnight as well as the company cell phone. We can't do that. We can't pay you indefinitely, and we can't provide a cell phone. It's more of sort of being a team player, if that makes sense. I'm sure it makes sense to someone, but I'm available 9 to 5. You can pay me for my time after that if you need me to be available. But no, I'm not giving up time with my family, my alone time. I'm not giving up my time outside of this office to you for anything. So I am a team player from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Okay, thank you.
I feel like the longer you work, the more often you end up having to have this type of situation, and you know what I mean? Like it's always so. Actually, I want to say it's not even uncomfortable for me when I run into these conversations anymore. When I was younger, it definitely was a little uncomfortable because I didn't know how to navigate. But exactly, straight up, straightforward. Absolutely not, sir. Absolutely not, ma'am. I will not be. Are you paying this bill? Like all those things that you said have been things that I've said out of my mouth. If you pay me, yes, I will be up. And those are after hours. That's time and a half. You know, I'm making all types of stuff. And I'll be available. But sis, what's your reaction to?
First of all, if we could invite Veronica to the cookout, I would. I love Veronica. This is why we love her. She checks them every time. So I've run into this problem. I've run into it throughout my entire career. Like you said, when you're younger, you feel a little more apprehensive about saying, hey, my time is my time. Let me tell you, the older you get and the more you see how the game is played, you don't care about having it. You almost look for them. This falls for me in one of those, I wish you would ask me why I'm not answering my phone when I'm at home cooking dinner for my family. I wish you would ask me, well, what can we do? You know what I mean? Like, you wish for these moments the older you get, because it is one of the few opportunities that you have to check them in real time, which I always enjoy. I love making things a teachable moment for people, because I don't want us to ever have to talk about these things again. You're not going to make me feel bad, guilty, not like a team player. I find it so funny, some of the terminology that was used as well, being a team player. So she's not a team player because she's not there taking care of what's really important, which is her family. Do you hear the manipulation? Do you hear the emotional manipulation that's used? And I'm here to tell you, because I am a manager, you are trained to answer things like that. You are trained to placate. You are trained to shoot those little innuendos to people and make them question, like, whether they're being a team player or if they're a good employee or not. It's a manipulation. But what you have to do with your mature mind is spot that bull coming a mile away and stop them in their tracks, so they don't ever ask you that stupid question again, which boils down to a stupid question for me. You asking me why I'm tending to my family? Is that a real question? That's stupid. So I love Veronica. Checked them in real time. She said everything right. She said it professionally. It was even a little jovial, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have went there, but she always smooth with it. She's smooth with it. That's my girl. That's my girl.
That's a little extra, you know, but definitely. I already know
that. Start playing in their face a little bit, sis, because she know doggone well they wasn't gonna go for that. You know how much more money you talking about?
Just gotta keep the phrase, like, you see how stupid you sound. Like, I can't have a cell phone Can't have a cell phone. My babies might be, mama, but you want me to answer, where'd you put my stapler? Like, I don't know what you're calling me about, but I do know that it's the work number. And, anything that's happening at this time is not my concern. And
Right.
That's it.
And that's something else. I'm glad you went there. I almost forgot about that part of the video. With them even talking about that you can't have your cell phone present on your desk or whatever. People have small children, just a family in general. They don't even have to be small children. Like, my daughters are grown, and I'm telling you, Asia Mia hit my line. I got one answer, the same answer I've had their whole life. Here I come. Here I come. Here come mommy. You know what I mean? Because that's what a mom should do. You should always be on your way. That's the only answer a mom should give, in my opinion. That's just how I roll. Here I come. For whatever. Now, they also know making me come for no good reason. You might want to have to wait until I, got home. It better be a good reason. But whether or not I'm on my way, that's a given. Here come mom. Simple.
Hear that. If I called off for work, it better been a reason. Oh no, we're gonna solve it today. And we solving it right now. It's not going into tomorrow. We ain't taking 2 days off. Let's figure this out.
No, we're gonna figure that thing out. All right, that was a good one.
No, I love that one. That was good. What you got for us next?
So we are moving on to segment 4, and that is Guess Who Popped That Ish. One of our favorite segments as well, because we get to uplift, shine light, encourage, and all that good stuff, which I love. So this time we're going to give some flowers to our girl, Flaujanay Johnson. She graduated from LSU officially with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Interdisciplinary Studies. That is amazing. This girl is a triple threat. She now has a college degree. She's doing her thing in music. She was signed to the Seattle team in the WNBA. So super, super, super proud of her. So happy for her. And girl, you've been popping your stuff for a while, but this just is like the icing on the cake. To still have stayed in school. She could have came out and went in the draft, but she didn't. She stayed the course, and she walked away with a college degree, and I'm so, so, so proud of her, girl. You absolutely popped your ears.
Like, you're looking at it, and you're seeing that she did everything the way that let's just say a parent would hope their child takes the course of. They still graduate, they still get to live out their dream and still play professional ball, but just in case of anything, they still have their degree. I'm talking about she's doing music, which I just listened to a song earlier today, and I'm like, oh, she's good. I'll be ready to hear trash. And she was great. She's pretty. She knows how to speak. She's graduated with those accolades, and she's playing in Seattle, and I love it. I love it. Yeah. I love it. I love to see it. And the other thing that I love to see, which I didn't even know because I don't know any statistics about this. Like, this is me running my mouth about something that I don't have numbers to go with, but I do remember like back when WNBA like first came out and how everybody was kind of proud about like there not being, I think, like liquor sponsorships. That might have changed at this point. And then also just about every single WNBA player was some type of professional, with their, bachelor's, master's, doctorate. And then I kind of saw us, kind of slipping like how into the culture of like the kind of the men's league. And so now seeing, her doing it the way that, I would think, is intended so that they can grow as a person all the way through and get the things that they need before they get there, just like any other profession, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I love it. So that's why I think, I love it. She popped her ace. So that was a perfect.
And I love that sister. Yeah. I love everything that you mentioned too. That was awesome. Mm-hmm. All right, girl, what's going on? What's going on?
I hate to even follow that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy with what we have next, right? But it is a brand new segment, sis. So this is called "Cause Let's Vent About It." Let's
Yes.
vent about it. All right. So both me and my sister Tracy both have a subject that we want to speak about, and I'm glad that this is the time that this is coming out because I did not want to spend a whole lot of time, sis, on this person, but we're going to bring up his name this one time. Hopefully, we don't never have to do it again, but we're going to talk about this guy called Chud the Builder. So, been watching him act a fool for a very long time. Just to kind of sum up real quick, there's this guy who goes around and acts like he is a First Amendment auditor, where he is protecting our rights, Fifth Amendment rights, or Fourth, whatever the amendment rights is, freedom of speech. So now he's going out there and he's calling Black people out of their names, trying to, entice them to, as he calls it, chimp out. Crazy terminology, just to then, incite them further. Well, the last few weeks, as I think I mentioned before, certain things people have been kind of standing up to. I think he got spit on one time. People hit his phone out of his hand, and he's started to have a little bit more and more police interaction. I think after the last embarrassment, he put up a post saying how, long story short, he more than likely is gonna, y'all think y'all gonna do something to me. There's gonna be, a dead person, later. So, long story short, next time we see him on his live feed, he approaches a man, and the guy recognizes him and says, "Listen, I have PTSD. Do not say that chimp out shit over here with me because I will hurt you. I will hit you." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "I don't know." And what happened? Chud apparently pulls out his gun though, because he always walks around with a gun. Intimidating, because people don't even really want smoke with people with a gun, and like then you saying this, they're gonna, balance things out. But this guy, he had time, as they said, right? So as we're wrapping this up, apparently Chud shoots him. Dude still whips his ass and continues to whip his ass, although he's shot. And Chud somehow shoots his damn self. Then he goes and he talks to the police and damn near incriminates himself by saying that events, the way that they actually happened, I know, you shouldn't lie, but goddamn, protect yourself somehow. And now he has, what is it, a bond? Like a bond of $1.25 million. And so now, it's one of those, fuck around, find out, that graph dude, makes on those memes, or you find out. I feel like this is what's happening. That was a good ramble on, sis. And I appreciate you letting me do this. Now, did you hear or know anything about this guy?
You have cracked my funny bone in a special way, sis, like only you can. First of all, it was a few things you said. I'm going to just try to just a little bit. That's what you said. I know you shouldn't lie, but damn, protect yourself. Let me tell you, what that was, all jokes aside, was his level of arrogance. You understand what I'm saying? An entitlement. You told exactly what happened because you felt like it was cool that you did it. That's why that sense of self-preservation didn't kick in. You felt justified. You felt like nothing was going to happen and that you would even be celebrated, because that's what y'all do when things like that occur, to the types of community that you most likely, I'm sure, belong to. Your peers are celebrating you and like, score one, score one. Score one and score some bail money and score like some time because you about to go away, buddy. You are in trouble. You did the most, and like you said, these are all things in quotes from himself. We still look throw the allegedly on there because don't sue us. But yeah, this stuff came out of his mouth. Y'all look it up, you good selves. I'm glad you went there, sis. Yeah, I don't even know what to say other than you got to be a silly motherfucker to shoot your damn self trying to fuck somebody else up. That's all.
It's still
but that's my opinion.
But whatever.
Yes. Let's take a turn.
What you got?
So I was gonna vent about something else, but something else just came over me, and I want to vent about this real quick. So, you know, I own businesses and things like that. We both experience things on social media, right? With support, everybody talking about support this, support that, right? My thing I want to vent about is why do you get people that want to whisper and tell you you're doing a good job? Why do people find it so hard to offer you public support? You know what I mean? It's aggravating. I can't tell you how many people slide up on me in the DM and tell me, girl, you killing it, you doing a great job. But they don't hit the like button, share button, just will not say where the masses can hear, good job, Tracy. And I find that weird and interesting at the same time because I talk to other entrepreneurs and people as well, and they was like, yeah, I see the same thing. What's up with that? Why do people find it like do you think it's going to take away from what you doing, your shine? And I just find it so annoying. So what I've been doing instead of trying to be frustrated with it, sometimes you gotta, like I say, I love making stuff a teachable moment. So I'm gonna teach people how to be supportive. You know what I mean? So I've been making it my business to share other posts, click the likes, tell them publicly what a wonderful job they're doing, and hopefully this will just bring about a new culture of public support and us be okay in knowing that two people can be doing the same thing and it not turn into a adversarial thing or hateration thing. Like there's enough room for us all to shine. And I just want to see more of that. So I'm making this a teachable moment. Y'all start hitting like buttons, share buttons, support people. Tell people they're doing a good job. You never know how far that goes with somebody. And they'll support you back. So, yeah, I just wanted to vent about that a little bit. You still with me, sister?
All right. So thank you so much for joining us because let's talk about it with TNT. We just want to say thank you so much. Please share, like, subscribe, share it to everyone. Please, you can definitely follow me on Instagram at Who Is Tiffany Noel. And my sister Tracy, where can we see you and where and what you got going on?
Instagram, Tracy Janelle. Y'all know, y'all favorite mogul in the bacon. Y'all can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Tracy Janelle, the CEO, and on Facebook, just Tracy Janelle, and that good old Snapchat, Tracy J, the CEO. Don't forget, we got 5 parks, one big cleanup going on, my nonprofit, Tracy Cares, May 22nd. This Friday is going down. I am hitting the park in Aurora, the north side of Chicago, south side, east side, and of course, big west side. I'm going to be doing a park cleanup. We are still looking for more volunteers to help with this environmental incentive blitz. So y'all get at your girl, 331-316-6961, and yeah, more community service coming.
All right. Thank you so much for joining and watching us, and we will see you next time.
Bye.